Good morning, I'm Linda Glaser, and for my assignment, I am doing sausage balls for my demonstration. First of all, you will need a chub of sausage. You could use any kind, but I prefer the Jimmy Dean hot sausage. I have a jar of Cheese Whiz that I use, and you're also going to use Bisquick to make them with. First of all, let me get a knife. I forgot my knife. I tried to have everything ready for my presentation, but I did forget the knife. I cut open my sausage, and I'm going to put it into this bowl. I found this recipe a while back and I use it, and mostly I use it as a hors d'oeuvre or appetizer, but I am making them up for the Thanksgiving holiday. Then you put that into your bowl. As you can see, I have put it in my bowl. And you take your jar of your Cheese Whiz and you go ahead and you put it also in the bowl, and you just keep scraping until you get it all out. And I like to reuse my little containers here. I use them to make stuff and pour like grease or anything in them to be able to throw them away. They don't get your garbage cans all messy or stinky. Then you could use about a cup of Bisquick, but what I do is I just open up my Bisquick box and I go ahead and I pour some into the bowl, because you're going to need to get it in the consistency of like a batter. And of course, you're going to have to use your hands to mix it all up with. And I'm just in here mixing it up and getting it into a consistency like dough, like you're making a pie, sort of. Because you're going to need to roll these into little balls to bake. And you keep mixing till you get it into the consistency of a pie-like sort of crust. And it's very hard to have one hand in the mixture and be trying to pour more Bisquick in. So you have to be careful that you don't let your product slide off into the this is what it's starting to look like. If you could see what the mixture's starting to look like, and you just keep kneading it till you get your flour, your Bisquick, and your sausage and your cheese into a mixture to be able to form balls. And I'm continuing to add some more Bisquick, of course, to get it to the right consistency to be able to form the balls. And I just keep kneading for a while. And I'm just working it in continuously.
Did you see her when she was a guest chef on Top Chef?
Yeah, I must have missed that one.
The way she could put a meal together with so few ingredients, she's a genius. What about you? Did you always want to get into finding?
Okay,
You know, believe it or not,
it's pretty much
growing up was not to work for myself.
the right consistency
Really? What was it?
to make them.
I wanted to be a superhero. Pilot.
Of course, you want to work it and work it and knead it and get all the dough mixed in,
And then you dreamed
and mix all your Bisquick into the sausage and the cheese. Okay, now I'm going to turn my oven on
investing isn't worthwhile?
to 400. You're going to need the oven on to 400 to go ahead and bake these in the oven.
Have you found a lot of those?
So I'm going to go turn my oven on to 400.
But I'm always looking.
I should have had it preheating. Normally I preheat my oven, but
Are you sure about this?
I'm going to preheat it while I'm doing the rest of this.
Does microwave count?
No.
And this is what
I think I've proven quick.
it looks like when
Okay, so
you pretty much get it
classic cookies.
done
Christmas thumb
in the bowl.
Are these the ones with the strawberry jam?
Of course,
I love those cookies.
you get a lot on your hands,
dough into little balls, and then we flatten it.
so
You add your manly
I'm going to go ahead and try to get as much off my hands as I can. And I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands up.
There you go.
I'm going to try to rub some flour on my hands to keep them from sticking to my hands while I'm doing this, to be able to form the balls and go ahead and put them on my pan. And everything. So I've got my hands pretty much washed up. Let me get something to dry them with. And you're going to go ahead and put these on an ungreased pan, because with the cheese and the sausage is going to cause it to grease its own, pretty much, the pan while they're cooking, so they will not stick. But what I like to do is I take my round pizza pan right here and I put tinfoil over top of it.
You know, I don't
So
put a tree home anymore.
I'm going to take a small pinch of the mixture
Well, you should make the time, Lori.
and
Christmas decorations are pretty.
I'm going to roll them into
Good for the heart.
balls, as you can see.
Maybe that's why I like the way you decorate so much.
And I keep
I could hear that.
doing this
Good night, Frank.
Good night, Gloria.
into balls and place them onto the pan that you're going to cook them in,
Really looking forward to your
or on. And I keep going.
Hi. Christmas cookie. I made these myself.
And my oven's heating up while I'm doing this to 400.
Hi. Christmas thumbprint. That's strawberry jam, just $1. Thank you.
These are so good. And you can make you some
Christmas cookies?
horseradish like dip for this. And what you do for the horseradish dip is you add horseradish, mayonnaise, and some hot sauce. And you mix that up, or you could use sweet and sour sauce to dip them in. You could use ranch dressing to dip them in.
Just 1 hour, David. 1 minute.
But I just like them by themselves. They're so good and they're so addicting. But this is mainly to have something to snack on while you're, waiting for your guests and everybody to get there. And when they're waiting for like the turkey to finish, or game day even, you can make these for game day, football games, and everything. So I continue to roll my balls out, which I'm doing, you can see here. They're just about that size.
You okay?
You love this job.
You kidding? I eat this stuff for breakfast. But I'm a big old numbers geek. I thought you
These
loved it
are
too.
so yummy.
I love my dad.
But they're kind of messy on your hands. And I just continue to
Hey,
keep rolling them.
It's beautiful, Dad.
this sauce my favorite.
This yields anywhere between 25 to 50 balls,
I just think your mom
depending on how big you put them.
dance. Just the two of us. So nice.
You never told me that.
I was breaking the members only rule. Not the kind of thing you share with your little girl.
Guess not.
Your mom would be so proud of you, Callie. You're a fighter, just like she was. She never gave up. I have faith in you. You'll be great.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah,
And I'm sitting here,
we have jobs to do.
just keep rolling the balls.
Love you.
Love you, honey.
They're about 1 inch to 2 inches in diameter. And let me go ahead and wash my hands one more time. It's appropriate to keep washing your hands so you're not cross-contamination anything, and to keep your hands sterile. Plus, so you can pick up your pan to put it in the oven. And this is what my balls look like before they're going into the oven. And when they come out, they'll be good and brown. And they'll look like this when they come out. And they are so good and yummy to eat. But I've been snacking on cookies today, so we are going to close this out. And these are sausage balls, and again, all you need is 1 chub of hot sausage, or Jimmy Dean sausage, or you could use the Sage sausage, regular sausage, 1 jar of Cheese Whiz,
What are you doing?
and again the Bisquick. And you just pour the Bisquick in until you get a consistency that looks like this. And you roll them into the balls like I did, and you put them on the pan and you put it in the oven for 450. And it usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes for them to cook. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.